Biden has played a leading role in negotiations with moderate Democratic senators who have balked at the cost of his $3.5 trillion bill. Manchin's remarks followed days of intense dialogue between top Democrats regarding the spending bill. Manchin has yet to specify a top-line number for a pared-down spending bill that would have his support. Fast, 24/7 alerts delivered to your inbox daily. Subscribe to be in the know of the most important moments around the world. By subscribing, you agree to our privacy policy. I cannot accept our economy, or basically our society moving towards an entitlement mentality that you're entitled. Okay, I'm more of a rewarding, because I can help those who really need help, if those who can help themselves do so, Manchin said. The comment was similar to a statement Manchin released Wednesday night. But it underscores how difficult it will be for Democrats to come to a deal about what should be included in their reconciliation bill. It is currently packed with such programs. Manchin also doubled down on his calls for the House to pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill without a deal on reconciliation, a prospect that is looking more unlikely by the hour.
The House needs to vote on that bill and they need to pass that bill, Manchin said. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. If the bill does not pass Thursday, Manchin said, it makes it more challenging to come to an agreement on the reconciliation bill. I'm rational, I'm going to work and talk with people, but the bottom line is it makes it very hard, because then people get more dug in, Manchin said. This is a direct contradiction of what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, California said in her press conference Thursday morning. When asked about whether he is optimistic about the bill's ability to pass, Hoyer responded, nope. Hoyer is the second-ranking Democrat in the House. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, California Thursday morning continued her efforts to reassure House progressives that Congress will pass a reconciliation bill while projecting confidence the infrastructure bill will pass, despite its seemingly bleak outlook. The reconciliation bill is the culmination of my service in Congress, Pelosi said. Remove all doubt in anyone's mind that we will not have a reconciliation bill. We will have a reconciliation bill for sure. House progressives are the ones threatening to tank the infrastructure bill in a vote planned Thursday. Pelosi also said she believes things are going well on efforts to flip votes for the infrastructure bill, despite the fact she wished she had more time to negotiate. We are proceeding in a very positive way to bring up the bill of the BIF, to do so in a way that can win. And so far so good, Pelosi said. She added that Democrats are on a path to win the vote. Asked if the bill would pass Thursday, Pelosi said, that is the plan. Pelosi was also asked about Senator Joe Manchin, DW. Virginia, one of the two Senate moderates who present perhaps the largest obstacle to coming to an infrastructure agreement. Pelosi complimented the senator and said she believes he is open to negotiation despite Manchin's statement opposing a $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill Wednesday night. We're talking about substance. We're not talking about rhetoric. And we're not even talking about dollars. We're talking about what is important in the legislation and where can we find common ground, Pelosi said. We have our common ground. Despite the wide gulf between Manchin and progressives' threats to torpedo the infrastructure bill, Pelosi maintained an air of optimism that the infrastructure bill will pass Thursday. I do not plan to not do anything. I plan on moving forward in a positive way, she said. We are on a path to win the vote. It would likely take a massive change in the status quo for the infrastructure bill to pass Thursday, as dozens of progressives say they won't vote for it without a lot of progress on reconciliation. Meanwhile, only a handful of House Republicans remain in favor of the infrastructure bill. Democrats have a slim 3-vote majority. According to the Hill poll, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, California was asked Thursday about the planned infrastructure vote and the moderate progressive standoff that looks like it may doom the vote. Hour by hour. You're moment by moment. I'm hour by hour, Pelosi said. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, California will address the media at 10:45 a.m. Thursday. She is likely to face a barrage of questions about how she can pass the infrastructure bill and where negotiations stand on the reconciliation bill. The government is also set to shut down at midnight, though Congress looks like it's on a path to temporarily avert a shutdown. Pelosi could face questions about that bill or the looming debt ceiling crisis. There were initially dozens of House Republicans who supported the bill, but many have flaked because House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, D. California, intertwined that bill too much with the reconciliation bill, they say. As of Thursday morning, it appears the progressives threatening to tank the infrastructure bill over a lack of a reconciliation deal outnumber Republicans who may vote for it. But that could change if the White House and moderate Democratic senators come to an agreement in the next few hours. Here are the House Republicans to watch. Representatives Brian Fitzpatrick, R. Pa John Katko, R. Y. Tom Reed, R. Y. Fred Upton, R. Michigan Don Bacon, R. Nep Don Young, R. Alaska, Adam Kinzinger, R. Anthony Gonzalez, R. Ohio, Chris Smith, R. J. Jeff Van Drew, R. J. Nicole Maliatakis, R. Maria Elvira Salazar, R. Fla Andrew Garbarino, R. Young Kim, R. California Dan Moiser, R. Rodney Davis, R. and David Joyce, R. Ohio. It looks highly unlikely that the House of Representatives will pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill today amid a standoff between progressives who insist there must be an agreement on Democrats' $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill first, and moderates who say the opposite. Senior Joe Manchin, D.W. Virginia, who has been in talks with the White House about the potential for a smaller reconciliation bill, said Wednesday night he can't support $3.5 trillion more in spending. Among his reasons were inflation and that the spending is not targeted. He called Democrats' current reconciliation package fiscal insanity. This triggered yet another volley of attacks from progressives, who swear that they will tank the infrastructure bill if it does come up for a vote Thursday. Our position has not changed, Representative Ilhan Omar, D-Min tweeted shortly after Manchin released his statement. We will not ignore families who desperately need childcare. We will not ignore the unhoused. And we will not ignore the future of our planet. We will deliver the president's full agenda once the Senate passes the Build Back Better Act.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe,